All right, are we live? What is up? How's it going? All right, we got anyone in here yet? We got 5 people hanging out in the shadows. How you guys doing? We got a nice little push in the market. Not looking bad. It's what we've been waiting for things to start bouncing. Everything on the bottom, everything curling up. Bitcoin's getting stuck at the 618 at the moment. If we can break through this 618, it's game time. If we can get through this resistance area that we died from, it's time to go to some degree. Come on, push through. We can do it. Some of the Dexter coins are curling up. Some of the Solana coins. What's up, the how? Any updates on Turbo Boss? Yeah, Turbo's trying to push. I actually did an update on the channel earlier. Yeah, I wonder what Bonk is doing. Yeah, Turbo's through our red box. That's what we've been looking for and waiting for off of the macro bottom. Ever since we tagged that 786, hit that final level. I said that's the bottom. We got to get over the 3.2. We got over that. Now we're over our box. So if you can stay over this 236, if we can stay over 4004, we're in good shape. But that's what we've been waiting for, this first move up. Yeah, you're pretty much getting stuck just like Bitcoin at the 618. Almost hit it right above. You're right below the 0.5 now. So if you can stay over 4 and get over 4.4 and then eventually over 5.8, I think it's all going to depend on if Bitcoin can push through. So if Bitcoin can continue pushing up, then we'll finally get this thing to probably run up to the 1618 at 3 pennies. All right, we got 10 people in here. How's everyone doing? But yeah, Turbo had a nice move. There's a lot of coins that had a nice move, but we are getting stuck. This is what we've been going over, though. Just watch, when we get a bounce, we're going to get stuck. But if Turbo can hold up and get over the 618 at 5.8, I think she's going to gun for about a 10x. Well, not a 10x. Let me move this. Still a 7.5x to get up to 3 pennies. That's where we're headed. What's up, Eldor? What's up, DZ? Let the FOMO begin. Yes. I think if Bitcoin can push through here, maybe we'll get some people to FOMO back into the market. But it clearly has to get through this 618 here. Everyone pile into Bitcoin. Yeah, if we can get over the 618 at this 94.5, there's a good chance we're going to make a run for maybe 120K. What's up, Legendary? What's up, Dustin? What's up, Doge McMoon? Thanks for checking out Fefe, bro. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, if we can get over 95K, I think it's going to start the beginning of it. Not alt season yet, but it's the start. I bought the ZBEC dep, got another 2 million. Yeah, I saw that, man. Yeah, whoever caught the dip on ZBEC that's a good buy. Yeah, she's moving up from earlier. Earlier she was sitting right on the 786. Oh, she still is. I was looking at the 3-day candles. Yeah, that is very bullish on ZBEC here. Yeah, I mean, it's still a good chance to get in too. Yeah, this thing's holding up very well. Nice dip. Where did it go down to? All the way to 7, man. Yeah, I want to put in a long position on this coin too, but I put that. I don't know, Ross, if you're in here. If Ross is here, he donated me $100 on Cash App, and I put it on. I was gonna do ZBCN or Beam, and I ended up buying Beam. I put a little 3x long on Beam to see what's gonna happen. If I had another 100, I could put it on ZBEC, but hopefully Beam will wake up and do something for me real quick, so I can have a chance to buy these other coins. Rotate in and out. Spell and XCN, what the hell? What's happening with Spell and XCN? XCN finally broke out. Finally getting that move up. I'm telling you, if Bitcoin can push through 95K here, 94 and the 618, then we're on to something. Come on, Spell, where you at? Come on, just give us a little bit of bullishness for a little while. We'll take what we can get. Yeah, Spell had a little bounce too. Yeah, we just need Bitcoin to follow through over the 618 and turn bullish, and then these coins are going to start taking off one at a time. Yeah, the bottom is in on Spell. Spell's not a bad one, not a bad spot to be buying in. We hit the 786, we hit the trend, and we got a little bounce going. So if we move this off, let's see, not that one. Low to the high, we're over the 786, so as long as you're over that price, you're good. You're in a good spot here. But yeah, this is what everything's doing. We're bouncing, but we're getting stuck at our first resistance area we're coming to. So that's why I keep saying we need some follow through. So Spell token needs to get over 6.4 and then over 8. If you get over 8, you're bullish. And the breakout to a high would be over 0.001. But yeah, Spell's holding up on the macro here. Yeah, and I think Spell's going to hit a penny. That may be a little high for an old token like Spell, but a 786 retracement in a bull market would be a 21x from today. More conservative would be the half a penny range. And a 10x. So yeah, if I got a 10x out of Spell, I'll be out. It's going to be my 618 bull run. Every time we hit the 618, I'm out. Rotate. But first, I got to get Beam to take off with my little $100 investment. At least give me a 2 or 3x so I can start rolling over. Yeah, XCN's getting stuck right at the macro 618. You can see that there. It's got to get through our red box. It's the double 618 if we go to the daily time frame. Yeah, if we don't get follow through, look at this. If we don't get through this red box and get over the 618 here, then we're double topping with a higher, lower high. Not good. Yeah, so if we don't get the follow through, then it's going to get extremely bearish. These coins are going to go right back to where they came from, and we'll see what happens then. But yeah, if we go high to the low, it's your double 618 and then 786. So 2.2 up to 2.4 is the price for XCN to get over at the moment. We got Eldor for 2. I appreciate that. Zero bro, 100x. Zero bro. I always say zero bro. What's up, Slava? How you doing, my man? Doing the same. It's all good. What's up, Kura? What's up, Nick? Yeah, Turbo is doing well right now. We'll probably look at it many, many times today. Zerbro 100x. What is this? Oh, damn, what is she doing? Oh my god, she took off, huh? When was the last time we looked at it? Down here? Wow. Let me zoom this thing out so we can see. So she found a bottom down here at the 3 level. Stayed over that and shot out of here. What did she do? Let me readjust this, but damn, she just did almost a 4.5x in one candle. I guess 2 days. Yeah, this is like the pre-show of the bull run. We're just gonna go up out of nowhere and you're gonna get your money back like that. But right now it is getting stuck at the 382. But let me pull this down to the new low. I don't know why it wasn't there. Yeah, just be careful on this one. If you're in this one, we're getting stuck. If Bitcoin doesn't continue pushing, then we're all gonna get stuck. You're right at the 382 right now. So you have to stay over 7.6. You're trying, but you're already forming a wick, so that could be it. So if you bought the bottom and you got a 4.5x, you do what's best for you. But you said, can it 100x? If it goes to a new high, yeah. It's clearly got buyers. Yeah, if this coin, if people can buy it, it's got a community and they're going to pile into it. A new high would give you your 104x. No, let me switch that. It's down at the bottom. From the bottom, yeah, 100x. But now, a 30x to $2. If you're talking about where it is from now for 100x, you would have to come up here and hit the 1618 at $8. So I don't know. I would say maybe the $2 range, probably not another 100x from here, but you never know. I don't know what this coin is, but she just made a move. We already got 23 people in here. How's everyone doing? What's up, Isaac? What's up, Metal Detecting? How you doing, my man? Haven't seen you in a while. What's up, Hector? Yeah, I heard the Trump coin was moving. I didn't even look at it. Is it moving? SUKU. Oh, hold on. You're so glad you've been buying red candles. Yeah. Yeah, we've been looking at these things go down and just hold support, and the bottoms we're in, and we've just been watching, and now we're finally getting a move. I just need Beam to move a little bit, and then I'll be a little bit excited. Okay, SUKU didn't break down from here. We were potentially watching this continuation pattern to the downside. So it's still pretty much in a bear flag like I did last time, so it's not bullish yet by any means. Let me get that off of the screen. Let me zoom out, see what SUKU's doing. I mean, that just looks like the bottom was put in. So we can just move this one off. I mean, you would think that's the bottom, but as we zoom in, you're still forming this flag. So what we're going to do here on SUKU is SUKU back tested the previous uptrend. So right now, until you get back over 4.8, you're not bullish. As long as you're below 3.7, you run the risk of bear flagging again and coming down even further. So SUKU right now has to get over 3.7 and stay there. And then ultimately over 4.8, move up 40%. So she needs like a 50% spike up or she's dead. She's gonna die more. Come on, computer, you can do it. Let me pull this down and tighten it up a little bit. Get a better price to watch. So 3.6 up to 4.7. Or you're still bearish on SUKU. And yeah, the only thing we could do with it here is if it pulls a Myro or something, or one of those coins that just completely died. Low to the high, 1272 would come into play and take you down to that 2 penny range. So if it doesn't get over those levels, then you run the risk of dropping 45%. But off of this monthly macro candle, it's back holding this level with the candle, so it looks like the bottom is in. SUKU can't handle no more downside. That should have been it. So if you're bullish on SUKU, not a bad price to be buying in, but it needs to get over those prices. And then if that is the bottom on SUKU, which I mean it does look like it, a 786 retracement would be your 19.5x up to 65. If it's going to go that high, it's got to move up and do a pretty much 10x just to get back over the trend line and the 618 at 32. Oh, you went on holiday, stepped back, still holding my 10 million Jasmine, 1 million XCN, and 1 Bitcoin. That's pump. Not bad. We got Eldor for 2, Centio Protocol to $3. Centio. I don't remember what this one's doing. Can she go to $3? It looks like the bottom is in finally. Did you buy the bottom on this one? You have to stay over 5.4, get over 9 to be bullish. So these coins are waking back up, coming back to life. I would say they're undead over the 382s. They'd be back to being bullish, but can it go to $3? I mean, if these AI agent coins are going to actually do something and people are going to buy them, I do like the Centio Protocol. If you just look into their website and stuff, they have something going on. If people are going to buy it, I'd say definitely $2. $2 would be a 35x. 60x would be up to about 350. So maybe, I would say maybe. If it's going to get bought, I would say $2 is possible. If no one's going to buy it, it'll probably just shoot up here and do a little 5x and then just die into oblivion. But I appreciate the 2. Tell. Yeah, I wish I had the money right now because a lot of there's some Solana coins that look like they're about to blast out of here. I need to get a couple gamble plays going. Tell coin. What is Telcoin doing? Let's just zoom out. Yeah, Telcoin doesn't look bad. It looks like Swift coin here a little bit, which we'll look at Swift in a moment. Where it's holding the higher lows, it's holding up over the 382. Is it going to come back down? Nobody knows, but it is bullish pushing at the moment. Yeah, you're over the double 382, low to the high. So she is bullish right now as long as you're over that 4-5 level. Making higher highs and higher lows on the macro. There's no way to tell if she's going to come back down. I think it's all going to depend on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin gets stuck at the 618 and falls off the table from here, then it was a good try. Yeah. Telcoin is holding bullish. If it holds here, next stop up would be the 0.5, and then once you get over a penny, you're in bull run territory. So as long as you stay over 4.5, break over 1, fly through that, and then the 1272 possible new high, take you up to 20-21 cents, would be at 36x from here. But it's consolidating well for all of these months over the 382, so it looks good here. It reminds me, now that I look at it better, it reminds me of XCN. When XCN was down at the bottom, it got over the level it needed to. It held for a while and then it just blasted out of here. So these coins do look like they're getting ready to do something. If we actually die from here, then I don't know what to say. We're never going up. Timeline for XCN to $1, there's no telling. If it's going to hit $1, it's going to do it when the whole market's going to the moon, when everything is flying and everyone's piling in and you're happy. That's when these things are going to shoot up one last time. And if it's ever going to tag $1, it would probably be at the end. I mean, it could always do it before, but yeah, Swiftcoin's still doing the same thing. It's just holding up. It's still getting stuck below $0.015. It's right there, but it's getting stuck still. That is our low to the high, 382 to be bullish again. It's right there. So yet another coin, it pushed up, but it's getting stuck because Bitcoin's getting stuck. So if Bitcoin can get over 94.5 and get over the 618, then we'll probably get Swiftcoin over $0.015, and she'll probably make a higher high. She'll probably gun for 10 cents. Have a giant candle spawn in. That's what we need, though. We need that next leg up on everything. So if we can turn bullish, you know, something like Swiftcoin here could do a 6.5x out of nowhere. Hit that first target. Oh, we got an iShaw for 2. I appreciate that. Can we check SPA? I appreciate the 2. SPA. I guess, do we need to put on the bullish music and get people to come pile in? I don't know, maybe when people get off of work after 5 here in the United States, maybe they'll have a chance to look at their portfolios and be like, oh, Bitcoin's pushing, pile in. Green candles get people to buy. You guys that have been buying the red candles are going to make out like bandits when we finally go up, especially with ZBCN. Man, I wish I could get on that coin with a 3-5x long. Yeah. SPA, I mean, the market looks the same on a lot of these coins that are holding up. We're pumping, but we're still getting stuck and not doing anything, but we're trying. Still accumulating here, monthly candles. It just looks macro bullish here on SPA. You're over the double 3 too, so bullish over 16. And then if you can get over two pennies, then that's where it's getting stuck pretty much. Then you're really bullish, especially if you get over 3 pennies. And then bull run is over 4.5. The SPA does not look bad here. Macro curl up. So if you've been buying every time it comes down to the trend and holds, that's really all you can do. So going from that high to the low, yep, get stuck right at the 618. So pretty much 236, 618 here at about a little over 2 pennies, and then you can be bullish on it again. Then that should be your breakout point too, short term. And then if she's going to run to a higher high and keep up this macro market structure, which we should get, I mean, it's right around the corner for these coins to make higher highs. So it could be the 618, a little over it. So it could do a 2x from here, or we could get a decent rally in the market. A lot of these coins are going to start 5-6xing. This one will be a 4.5, almost a 5x up to 9 to 10 cents. And then everyone's going to start trying to pile in, and it's just going to pull back. And everyone's going to scream bearish for another month, and then we'll go up. There's no telling, but it looks like we're gearing up to go. I appreciate the 2. We got Edwin for 50. I appreciate that. Keep up the great content, bro. Many blessings. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. That keeps the channel alive big time, especially 50. Wow, Edwin for the win. I appreciate that. Too bad I can't get that 50 for a month. I would throw 50 bucks on a 5x, 10x long on ZBCN right now. Oh man, I appreciate that. Yeah, you don't want me to look at a coin for that 50? I appreciate it. You're gonna leave your money in forever? Digibyte. Yeah, I'm trying to get caught up on the chat here. I know I'm missing a lot of coins. But yeah, these coins are looking good. Digibyte's on my list too. What do we want to look at? Digibyte. Oh, I thought my phone was ringing. Yeah. Digibyte doesn't look bad on the weekly. It looks like it's curling up here. You can clearly see some form of a double bottom, and she's starting to curl up here. I'm not even in on these coins, and I'm starting to get excited. Digibyte's been going sideways, getting accumulated, just like ZBCN. So this coin hasn't done anything for a while. Let me zoom this thing out. I think it's macro bullish, ain't it? Oh yeah. From the ultimate low to the high, she's been bouncing, going sideways. She did make a slightly higher high from 2018 to 2021, double top, and it was over. Going sideways, getting accumulated for all this time. You're over the macro 3-2 on Digibyte at 0059, and she's starting to curl up here. So Digibyte, come on, auto button, work with me. Digibyte gonna make a slightly higher high, 25 cents maybe. You can get, I mean, it's an older coin. If it only does a 786 retracement, it would be a 9x. But if it's going to keep it up and make a higher high, maybe you get it like a 25x out of this thing. But if it's going to just go to the official retracement level and hit 50 cents, I don't know if that's possible for Digibyte. That would be a 53x from today. 48x, never mind. But if Digibyte doesn't move and it stays on my list and it's still going sideways, it's down below the 382, you know, depending on where it is, I would look for, yeah, I would probably hold this thing to the 786. Get it from today though, that'd be an 8x. And that's when I would get out and roll over, but it looks like it's trying to curl up here. It looks like it tagged all the support levels it needed to, low to the high, yep, tagged the 786. You're back above the 618. You're right at the 0.5 right now, so you got to get over 1 and then bullish over 1-2. So if you can get over this 3-2 and you're bullish, you may shoot up for, make a high, a higher high that is. And then on the macro, of course, where it keeps getting stuck every time, once you get this thing over pretty much 2 cents, that's when you're bullish. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, definitely. Over 2 pennies on Digibyte, then you're bullish. That's when she may start going. Hold on, my phone's ringing. All right, we got it. Let me open Deck Screener. Yeah, we'll look at the Trump coin in just a moment. There's a lot of good plays I'm seeing on Deck Screener right now. Things look like they're about to start running. What did I spend the 100 on? I bought a 3x long on Beam. It was between Beam and ZBCN. I really want to get in on ZBCN, but Beam just looks more like it's going to bounce faster. So if Beam can just do a 2 or 3x for me right now, that would get me back in a little bit. That way I can throw some profit onto ZBCN long and see what happens, and then just slowly get back into it. Digibyte, we did. We got metal detecting for 9 months. I appreciate that, my man. Yeah, time does fly in the Shadow Realm, my man. You're gonna make it though. I'm glad you've been a member for so long. It's awesome. I appreciate that. What are we looking at? DGen and Trump. Yeah, I heard the Trump coin was pumping. I didn't look at it though. But there's a lot of coins that are starting to pump, so we already know. How far did she go down? Wow, she just kept going down. Yeah, she looks like she's probably she's getting stuck clearly at macro support and resistance area if there ever was one. So if it can break through what it's at right now, then it may fly to the moon. But it's probably at 382 getting you stuck. No, not quite. You're just above the 236, so bottom is in over 12, and then if you can break through the, if this thing can get over 18, then she may go to the moon from here. But she has to get over the 382 or it's going to come right back down and die. I think a whole bunch of volume, a whole bunch of money came into it, didn't it? Some whales bought in or something. And Trump coin, if you can get bullish over the 3.2, and once you break over 31, bull run territory, this thing back to a $150 Trump coin would be a 10x. Oh man, but DGen, did DGen get a bounce? Yeah, I can't wait. I hope we get a rally up. Get the people flowing back into the channel. Yeah, she's starting to move. Excuse me. The good thing is it looks like you're not going to break down. We've been saying the bottom has to be in on DGen, and she's proven us right. That is the wrong tool. Because we really couldn't go lower on DGen, and it looks like you're breaking out of the bearish formation that you were trying to form. So you're over the 618, so not bad. I know you're not. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're over the 618 here. Short-term high to the low. Getting stuck at the 786, so it needs to get over 3.2. But you have to stay over 2.8 right now, or it's going to come right back down. But as long as you're over 2.4, you're bullish. But it looks like she's trying to curl up. So some of these coins look like they're going back in the right direction. But it's crucial that it gets over that 786 and holds, because you're already forming a wick on the larger time frames, and you can clearly see this area of support, resistance now. So it needs to have follow through here. And then on the ultimate chart, it has to get back over 4. Over the 618236, and once you get over that, bullish over 7. And then I think you said you need this thing back to a penny to break even. Someone said that. It'll get there eventually, and it looks like the bottom is in. Let me get one of these off. It's too much. So we pretty much hit the 786 down here. So if that was the bottom, like I said, those prices to get over. Yeah, DGen's going to rocket out of here when it does, and it looks like the bottom is in. So if you held through all this and you're still holding your position, that should be it. We should go up and sideways from here. DGen's going to 50x, 54x up to 16 cents. She's definitely going to 10x and break over 3. Yeah, some of these coins are going to surprise us when they start running. It's going to be out of nowhere. It's going to the moon. Someone said some meme coin earlier. I didn't catch it. What's up, Harlem? I'm Sheba Dead. I'm holding 320 million coins. She's not moving. We got David for 5. I appreciate that. Toshi, Base God. Brian Armstrong on base. I appreciate the 5. Yeah, we're fixing to go over the deck screener. Toshi, Base God, and Brian Armstrong. Alright, we'll just go do those. I'm trying to type it up real quick. What is Brian Armstrong on, David? Oh, Brian Armstrong on base chain. I don't see that one. Yeah, what is the ticker for Brian? There's Armstrong on Solana. Is it a green frog? Before we pull it up. Okay, I think you typed something. Okay, I see what you mean. It's spelt weird. I got it. Brune Armstrong. Toshi going to the moon, or Toshi's gonna rocket, yeah. All right, let me go over to deck screener real quick. What's up, Cha, my man? How you doing? I finally got a little $100 3x long play on Beam from the 100 Ross sent me last night, so I'm finally back in the market again a little bit. Not much, but I hope Beam pumps up a little bit. Hopefully you're doing well, Cha. All right, let me go over here. First, let me switch the music. It's annoying. All right. All right, we should be able to see deck screener now. Yeah, this one hasn't been doing anything. She's pumping a little bit here. I'm gonna have to zoom out more. Yeah, these coins look like they're ready to go. This one's got a nice low market cap. So we'll just keep it simple. She put in a slightly higher low. So this one needs to get over. It's pumping right now, but it needs to get over the 236 at 308. Bullish over 201. To the moon, I would say over 5. Where it got stuck here, got stuck here. Right now, you're in a downtrend. It's trying to break it. So if it can get over the 236 and get up to the 32, this thing's probably going to end up breaking out. So once you get over that 32, you're probably going to be extremely bullish on this coin. Because if these coins all start breaking the downtrends, it's go time. That's why I want to get in on some of these. Yeah, I saw that jelly coin was running. Damn. If this one goes to the 786 retracement, you're getting a decent, almost an 18x. And if it just rockets to a new high, wow, 185x. So not a bad gamble play. What other ones did you say? Damn, I should have wrote them down. You said, wow, you guys are chatting today. Toshi and Base God. Okay, gotcha. Toshi, Base God. Yeah, while I'm over here on deck screener, I can't see the chart, the chat, because I have to keep switching these tabs. All right, Toshi, Base God. I think I saw someone say Speedy. Yeah, Toshi broke out, I think, last week, the downtrend. So is she running? Toshi, Base God. Yeah, she broke the downtrend. I mean, these coins are in the same spot. They're starting to curl up here. Like I keep saying, unless the market turns bearish and Bitcoin just falls off the table from where it is, you know, these coins could easily do that. But right now you're holding over the 618. You broke the downtrend. Yeah, you've been holding. And then what we'll simply do on this one, move this up a little bit. Yeah, just the overall chart for Toshi here, it's just curling up. And she's about to run for a higher high if the market's going to be bullish. So she's about to 7x, 8x out of here, up to 3. She put in the higher lows, clearly holding the bottom trend, clearly making higher highs. Yeah, Toshi's going to just absolutely fly out of here when it's time. So if it gets over 3, next stop is a penny. So a penny would get you a 37x on Toshi. She's not looking bad at the moment. And then real short term, let's see, maybe sitting right on the 236 after breaking the downtrend. Oh no, you're right below it. So that's why you're getting stuck where you're getting stuck. You're getting squeezed. So once it gets over 3.8, and then of course that 3.2, it's time to go. 5.3. Base God. I believe we looked at this one. Yeah, so these Brian Armstrong coins are going to be a play. Oh yeah, this is one we looked at. So what is she doing? Low to the high. You already tagged the 786 final support, if you can see that. So really short term low to the high. 786 is in play. We're over the 618. We're getting stuck at the 0.5. Double 3.2 is coming into play. So once this thing gets over, what is that? 409, you're bullish. It looks like it's just got accumulation going on right now. And the fact that you're over the 236 and low to the high 786 you hit, it looks like that should be it. This thing's getting accumulated so it can start going up again. It's not looking bad, not a bad looking chart. So if you get this one to run to a new high, this would be 001, and that would give you a 22x. Yeah, I know, I got to get back over to the chat. So if you guys are chatting away, I'm going to miss it all. Speedy real quick, just because I remembered it. I think Cha said Speedy. She's at 1 million market cap already, still in a downtrend. But she's starting to curl up, making the little higher lows at the bottom. So it looks like it's trying to form a bottom here. So if there ever was a time to buy Speedy and you're bullish on it, I guess now would be it. If I could see anything. I don't know why they put those buttons right there. Yeah, getting stuck every time you come up here 618. So breakout on this one is clearly this level here. Once this thing gets over 2012, it's too late to buy in. She's going to speed out of here. But it's curling up here. It looks like it's about to start taking off. Yeah, so especially if the market flips bullish for a little bit, then these coins are going to all start flying again. And people are going to be FOMOing in to all these coins. Bullish once you get over 3. Where's Speedy going? Yeah, there's some good 100x plays all over the place. Speedy's one of them. fact that people are going to buy this coin, definitely. She's just going to shoot up in a couple candles in 100x. And then people are going to be screaming meme season. Yeah, up to 13.5 cents on Speedy. All right, back over to the chat. All right, so we're back. Wow, we got 25 people in here. That's not bad. Hold on. Let me get a drink of my coffee. All right. What's up, Gavin? Have we looked at Arc Block yet? No. What's up, CD? Can we all be rich already? Jeez. That's what I'm talking about. At least give me that. Everything else in my life is going to crap, but at least give me some money. Give me some free internet money. What did we say? Arc Block and DIA. What's up, Sam? Can we take a look at and share your thoughts about Proppy, Foxwell, TrueFi, and IDEX, please? Oh man, he's asking for them all. He said thanks. He said please and thanks. Oh man. We'll try to look at some of them. That's a lot though. Let me look at Arc Block first. Is there anything that's not bouncing and it's just sitting there or dying? Yeah, Arc Block's in the same boat. We've been saying for weeks now the bottom is in, and we're starting to see it now. But we are getting stuck. I don't know why my thing's freezing. Bottom in over the 618 at 50. We've been saying that for a while. And then we're stuck right at the 786 right now, so you have to get over this level here at 90. Yeah, she went down 92% almost from the top there. Macro bottom is in, and then just keep it simple on Arc Block. From the high to the low. Come on. Yep, we hit the 382. Smacked right into the 382 at $1. So if you get over 90 to $1, then you're bullish again on Arc Block. So Arc Block over $1, then you can be bullish on it. And then just zoom out, Arc Block to 30 bucks. I mean, if that was the bottom and she's going to have another run like she did back here, I think people are going to buy Arc Block. Arc Block is one of the ones that people talk about a lot. So $20 Arc Block would be your 20x, and then 30 bucks here I think is a good target. It may not hit it, but Arc Block to 30 bucks would be another 36, 37x from where we are. And I've heard people comment before saying it's not even going to hit 5, but I think 5 is definitely going to get hit. That would be a 6x from here. But yeah, it doesn't look horrible on Arc Block. Proppy. Yeah, Well's a good one. Well's in a good spot. Is she bouncing? Yeah, Proppy's over the 382. What do we do? Low to the high. Yeah, you didn't quite hit the bottom. This is one of the ones that back tested and just died. But you came down 236, 786 area. You're back over the 618. You're back over the 382. So as long as you're over 68, 69, you're bullish here on the macro. And then once it gets up here and breaks over 120 to 140, that's when you're in a bull run. But clearly this one, that's technically over that. You're bullish. Move down is over the 618 on the macro, and then clearly if it's going to get stuck at the downtrend again, depending on where you're going to hit it at. So if property's going to run for a higher high, let's just zoom out so we can see what the hell's going on. You just got to make sure people are going to buy these coins. Yeah, that's not bad. Property up here to 11.5 to 12 bucks would be a 14-15x. Fox, the trucking company, to the moon. Yeah, I still wonder, did they steal that from the company? I looked online, but I couldn't find the company, but it was clearly a truck I saw on the highway one day. It had the same exact logo, exactly the same. It was called the Fox Trucking Company. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, this one did what a lot of coins did. It put in a slightly lower high, or higher low. So that should be the bottom on Fox. So if you bought down, or you're buying now, not a bad spot. You are stuck right below the 786, so it's not technically bullish in any way right now, but it looks like the bottom is in. Well, you're stuck here. Oh no, Fox is telling us we're about to die. So Fox clearly on the macro, it has to get back over 2.8 and then clearly back over 4.5 to put a bottom in. But as the monthly candle's getting stuck, yeah, it looks like you need that monthly candle to get over, because even weekly candles are just dying back down. So real quick on Fox, high to the low. Oh, you got the 236 right here also. So it needs to get over 2.8 to have any kind of hope up, or it could come down more. Not saying it will, because like I said, on the macro, it looks like the bottom is in. It's just struggling at the moment. But not a bad spot. I mean, it's got to go up at some point unless it completely dies, which I don't think it will. Fox to a 786 retracement would be a 16.5, 17x up to 46, probably 50 cents would be your almost a 19x. And then if Fox is going to go to a new high, 350, which these coins aren't all going to 100x. There's no way. So a lot of these coins, I mean, if we have a massive bull run and everything hits higher highs, then everyone's rich. Everyone that's buying into crypto now is going to be rich. The people that are going to buy the giant green candles that spawn in are the ones that are going to get stuck. But that's 123, 24x from where it is now, up to 350. Unless it's going to pull a Cardano. Cardano was in the low penny areas, and she ran up to over $3. I didn't have enough of it, but I got a little money. And the same thing with Well. Well's not a bad play. Hey, let me make sure I put the right screen on. I'll be talking about these coins for no reason. Alright, we're good. Oh, come on, where's my Well chart, people? Well, alright, I'm getting way behind on the chat. You guys are talking about names. DIA. What's up, Coach? Have we looked at Cookie? No, we haven't looked at Cookie yet. I'm trying to get through these coins people are putting up here, but I can't. It takes a minute to get through all these coins. Alright, you guys are just chatting. What's up, Silver, my man? How you doing? Oh yeah, Shiba you wanted me to look at. Yeah, Shiba. Oh, what are we looking at? Well, Yeah, well's the same thing here. On the macro chart, it's just clearly holding up. Clearly the bottom was put in again. Put in the higher low. Looks very bullish on the chart. You're over the 382 at 18. And just keep it that simple. If you're buying, these coins that are doing this, looks like the bottom is in. We're starting to curl back up to move back up. It looks like the little downtrend is broken if you exclude the wicks, of course. So keep it simple. Looking on the weekly chart just so we can see with less noise. All right, you're over the 236. So once you get over the 0.5 at the 382, you're bullish. And then once you get over 56, that's when she should go to her bull run price. Her bull run price. So once you get over 3 pennies, you should be bullish. But yeah, every time we've come down to the trend, the next couple of months are just bullish. Bullish in May. And then a 50x from today would take you up to the high at 130. Treble swap? What is that? DIA. Yeah, DIA is in the same spot too. It hit the trend. It's bouncing. It's below the macro 236, so you got to get over 46 pretty much. And if I remember correctly, we hit the final support on this one also. Yeah, you stayed over the 786 both times. You held the what trend there is. So that should be it for this one too. As long as you're over 30, not looking bad. The fact that you made a slightly higher low off of that low, and you're bouncing, you're getting stuck right at the 618. So 42 up to about 46, I said, yeah. And then bullish over 65 to 75. But it's just another chart that's macro curling up here. It doesn't look horrible at all. So you guys buying these bottoms are... We're going to go up eventually. 786 retracement on this one. First, if we don't go to the moon yet, a higher high would be a 4x, and then a 786 retracement to 285 would be your 6.5, 7x. And if you think DIA is going to rocket up here to 14 to 15 bucks, that's where you possibly get a 35x. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing. Still getting stuck. Dang it. Damn, if we could just push through that 618 there, we'll be back. Yeah, I mean, look on Deck Screener. You said treble. We look at a coin called Treb. I don't know what treble swap is. All right, it must be on here then. Yeah, you got to tell me the ticker for treble swap because I can't find it on Deck Screener or on here. Shrimp and steak tonight, surf and turf, sweet corn, spinach, baby bell mushrooms. Did we look at FAI? No, we did not. What is that on? FAI. FAI. Oh, oh, I guess we did look at this one before. Yeah, it's not a bad chart on it. This one's a Coinbase coin. I guess they just listed it, maybe. I don't know. But high to the low, you're sitting over the 382. You had a strong move up. It looks to be consolidating. It looks bullish here. So you're bullish over 1.7, and the price action looks bullish. Higher highs and higher lows. It looks bullish here in this accumulation. Yeah, this one looks like it's gearing up to take off as well. So bullish over the 382. Once you get over the 618 at 2, then you're off to the races. Yeah, I don't know where this one's going. What is it at? A penny, almost 2 pennies. So a penny coin, possibly 10 cents could be a good target. I guess it may go higher than that. I don't know what this is, but a 5x, 6x up to 10. $0.20 would get your 12x. Yeah, it depends on what this is. I don't know what it is, but it's on Coinbase, so in a bull market, possibly $1 maybe. So 70 cents would get you a 40x from where it is today. If it stays above the 21-day moving average, we are fine. If it drops below 80K, yeah, if we drop, then we're done. You want to break even on XYO 134 and Jasmine 2. Yeah, they'll get back there. Jasmine's definitely going up there. It'll get back over 2 cents. I think right now it has to get back over 3, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, on the daily time frame, we got the moving averages curling up. Yeah, it looks good here. It's getting stuck. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a breakout over the 618. Is Turbo about to take off? Maybe. Like I keep saying, it's all going to depend on what happens with Bitcoin here. She's over our red box we've been having on the chart for a while now. That's what we've been waiting for, this move up. It had a strong move to get over that resistance we put on the board here. You're over the 382, you're over the macro, 236 now, right at it. It's kind of getting stuck at the 0.5. But as long as you're over 4, then you're bullish here on Turbo, especially if you stay over this box. If we drop back down into the box, it could come back down to 3.3 here and then bounce back up. But as long as we're over this box, we should stay alive. But if it falls back into it, then we may have a problem. But if she can stay over the 0.5 right now at 4.4, like I'm saying, if we get Bitcoin to have some follow through here, then we're in good shape. These coins are going to start taking off one at a time. So now we turn that green for support. As long as we're over the green box, we're bullish. There's so much going on the chart here. It's ridiculous. But if we stay bullish, I think she's gunning for 3 cents. 7.5x up to 3. I would put in the higher high, and then we'll update it from there. What are we on? Yeah, I mean, looking on the weekly, we're bullish on the 3-day on the stock RSI. The weekly stock RSI is just getting above 50. It looks bullish here. What about the monthly? Yeah, the monthly's about to curl up. Let's see. What's up, Robert? What's up, Zero Cool? Caspa. How much have I made from a $100 bet? I haven't looked. Let me look. It's just a little 3x long. But I just need Beam to move. It was the ZBCN, but when I put it in, I was like, man, watch, ZBCN's going to pump and this one's not going to do anything. She's up 57%. I'm just going to let it ride. Yeah, so far it wasn't a bad bet. So if we could just double or triple my money here, then I have a shot. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. Dang it. That's not my coin. She hasn't moved since I opened my position. I'm looking at the wrong damn chart. Hold on. Oh yeah, damn, it hasn't moved. I haven't made anything. I was looking at ZBCN. ZBCN's the one that's up. Damn it. I knew it. I bought in on Beam because the chart looks bullish and she's not moving. She hasn't moved at all. Oh, man. Yeah, when we get back 100K Bitcoin, the chat will explode. Oh, yeah. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for just everyone piling into the chat, banning people. People demanding me to look at their coin. Caspa. Yeah, the last time we looked at Caspa, I think the bottom is in, and Caspa looked like it was about to start pumping. Did she pump? Hopefully she didn't die. Yeah, our little pattern. Oh. Yeah, we've been covering these coins for weeks now, waiting for this. Downtrend is broken, formed a little bullish pattern. Bottom is in on the macro. Time to go up, and we're getting it finally. So we're pretty much bullish on the day. Where's everyone at? Our red support box held. I don't know why it's red. It should have been green, but it held. And she's moving on up. You're over the 3-2, so you're macro bullish over pretty much 7 pennies. And if you can get over 10.5, yeah, if you can get over 10.5, you may have something here. This thing may be gunning for a higher high, which I don't know where that's going to be on Caspa. So we go from the high to the macro low, just really quick. So you're over the 236, you're over the 382. So from the high to the low, you are bullish. Once you get over 12, especially over 15, that's when the breakout's going to occur. So she may be getting ready for a 3x from where it is today up to 30 cents. And then of course the targets we have up here, anywhere from $2 to $5, I think it's fair on Caspa. What is $2? $2 is your 25x, and then $3 would be a 40x. And if you think Caspa's gonna hit $5, that's almost a 70x. But she finally bottomed out, and she's finally starting to move. Oh man, I hope we can break out here. Oh, yeah, that's how it always happens. What's up, Stone Santa? How you doing? Volunteers, ban everyone. Nah, it's just when we go bullish and there's just new people piling into the channel and into the stream. You guys know how it is. I've been here for a while. We get people coming in here and they're rude, or they're not here, so they don't understand you guys, and they'll take one word as offense, and then it's just ridiculous. But yeah, when that happens, you guys that are here on the channel all the time, ignore them. I will take care of them. I will ban them. So if someone starts arguing with you or something, we'll just kick them out right away. There's no need for it. But it's going to happen, definitely. Raphael says GFI. Is a 1 cent dogging me possible? If I can get anything to work. GFI. GFI to the moon. Yeah, coins like GFI. Seems like GFI has been around forever. But people talk about it, so it should have a decent run. But just looking at this one on the macro monthly chart, hit the 786 support, hit the trend, it broke the downtrend. So these coins are waking up. What else can we say? It's getting stuck right at our red box. Damn it, why'd we draw these boxes on the charts? The prices are getting stuck. Oh man, is that it for GFI? The 3-day stock RSI is crossing bearish. She hit our red box, knocked herself out. That was it. Just slammed right into it. So short term, yeah, you're over the 236. So no, you're under it rather. So as long as it's over 80, 81, you're bullish still. If it falls lower than 81, then it's just going to come crashing back down. But it came up right to our macro 618, 236. Excuse me. So that's why I keep saying we need follow through, because everything's getting stuck. So once this one gets over 94, 95, then you could be bullish on it. But it does appear the bottom is in. Even if we come back and back test this again, the downtrend and this one, you can clearly see it should hold if it comes back down to 55, which it's going to depend on if we can push through here. We're getting excited for no reason. We're about to drop 40%. But if it can push through, GFI just to get to a higher high, 786 retracement, pretty much 15 bucks. About a 17, 18x. I don't know if it's going to go higher than that. All right, let me... Wait, I can just put this to where it just plays all the songs, can't I? I don't know. What did you say? Go to 1 cent, dogging me to a penny? Wow, it's already almost 6 o'clock. Dogging me. Yeah, it makes the streams go way faster when we got people in here asking for coins, and I'm constantly talking like today. So when we get everyone piling in here, there are going to be 4, 5, 6 hour streams coming up again. Especially if we start taking off soon. Which would be nice, because I need to get the revenue on the channel up for this next month's check. Or I'm going to be in the doghouse big time. Can we go to a penny? Yeah, I think so. Dogging me looks very bullish here. It's just curling up. Once it runs, top of the fib takes you right over a penny, almost to 2 pennies, and does 28x. So I would say yeah, just by looking at the macro chart there. check Velo. Can Ondo go to 170 bucks? You mean $1.70 or 170? I don't even know what it's at right now. If you say 170, there's no way. Not gonna happen. What's up, Future J? XCN. Yeah, we're gonna do XCN again. Velo and XCN. I gotta see why my phone's blowing up. Hold on. I forgot what we're looking at. Oh, Velo and XCN. Velo. Yeah, Velo's another good one. If the chart would load. Yeah, I mean, she held the trend. She stayed above the 3-2. Made a higher low. So Velo here is just curled up like the rest. If we're not going to the moon yet, I say the same thing every time. She's probably going to make her way up. Next big move is going to be to the 0.5 at about 46, 47 cents, or 4.5 rather. Then she's going to do a 3x from here when it's moon time. Once you get over the 382 at 18 to be bullish. Breakout is over pretty much 12. And then this is the one that, I mean, if you're going to hold a moon bag from today, it is a 1400x. If it's going to hit the new high, which is probably not going to happen. 786 retracement probably will happen. So you're looking at a good 30x on Velo from where it is today. If it stays curled up, if it doesn't break down. If it goes higher, maybe $2 for a lower high. That's a massive move. That's 138x. So I think a 30x on this one, if it doesn't clearly break down, is very possible. XCN. XCN. Yeah, the only problem with XCN right now is we are moving again. But if we do not follow through in the market here on XCN, I mean, it's holding up very good, but you could have a double top in play where it's going to fall off the table. So it really has to stay. Let's go to the daily. But we got the breakout, so it looks bullish here. You're over the 382. We have to get over this box. Another red box we drew, and it just smacked right into it, and it's getting stuck. It's got to get over 2.4. If you can get over 2.4 and then break over 2.7, break that high, then we're good to go. Then it'll probably start flying again, which it already broke out here, so there's a good chance it's going to continue running up here. But if you fall back below 2, then that was it. So we have to stay above 2. But like I said, it's going to depend on what the market does. I don't really see that happening. I can't really see XCN doing all this, what it's doing, and then it does this. Then no one's going up. But those are your prices right now to watch. Bullish over 2, it has to get over 2.4 to 2.7, and then we're good. Oh no, I almost banned everyone. Damn it. What the hell? It will be the main coin for RWA. BlackRock is working on. So is it gonna do that over 1000x then? What's up, Joe? Just another day in the shadow realm. Trying to get back up in the market, but nothing's happening. What coins pump need to make a quick 100? Yeah, that's what I need to do too. Just not happening. Swift, please. Swift is not moving. It's in the same spot. We'll look at it though, I guess. Yeah, Altcoin Academy. What is Treble Swap? I couldn't find it. When I type it in, nothing pops up. It's just catching swap. Oh man. Jasmine. Yeah, the whole market's doing the same thing right now. We're pumping up, but we're getting stuck. We're making lower highs. Oh, this is the crypto chart. Yeah, but you can just clearly see from the bottom, it's still holding up. We're holding up still, so we're not bearish yet. But like I keep saying, same thing with Jasmine here. It has to break this 382 level. Has to get over this 18 level. If you can get over that, break this resistance support area, clearly see why it's getting stuck here. Then Jasmine can finally go up, and then it'll go to 30 cents up to $1 maybe. Jasmine's gonna wake up at some point. Damn it. Now you're back down at the bottom of the list. Come on, Jasmine. Yeah, another one. We drew a red box we have to get over, and we're getting stuck right at it. But if we can pull a turbo and blow through it, then maybe we're bullish again. Ooh. Come on, Jeff. You can do it. But yeah, if Jasmine can break through this level, heavy resistance level, then she's back to being alive. 30 cents would get you your 18x, and then if she is going to be a monster and hit $1, 65x on Jasmine. Once we finally get those vertical candles spawning in, you'll be surprised at where some of these coins end up. We're all going to be surprised. We're going to be like, what the hell? You're going to make $100,000 overnight and you're not going to know what to do. What's up, Charmander? Yeah, the chat just started flying. We got use of rubber for 2, Myro and Maneki. I appreciate the 2. We got David for 5. I appreciate that. Kukuru on ETH. What is Kukuru? Myro and Maneki. He wants a 2 for 1. Yeah, if Beam doesn't pump, that's gonna suck. And then as soon as I get out of Beam, it'll pump. It's the same thing every time. The Shadow Realm just won't let me go. Myro. Myro's up 40%, getting stuck. She made a higher high, so that's a positive, but our red box came into play. Yeah, that's the reason they're there. The big resistance levels we got to get over, so You're right at the 236 getting stuck, so you have to get over 2.4. You pretty much have to get over this box. 2.4 to 2.8, and then you can be. Then we'll have hope. But it did make a higher high, so that's a positive. But it is getting stuck at that first resistance. Bullish over 4, and if we just zoom in, we'll just keep it simple on Miro. Until you get over this box, it's not bullish. Short term price action, you're bullish as long as you're over 1.8. Any lower than 1.8, then not bullish anymore. It can come right back down. But we've been looking at Miro for the bottom being in here because it went lower, but it can't really go lower than this. If you take it off a log scale, it just looks like the bottom is in. But we got a nice little relief pump on it, but it is stuck. I think the same thing happened to Maneki, didn't it? So you got to look at the resistance levels because there's no alt season yet. But these coins can wake up, but they always get stuck every time. Alright, Maneki's holding up still. Low to the high, you hit the 618 and you got to bounce. You're back above the 382. So as long as you're over 2.5, once you get over the 236 here, 382 at 32, back to being bullish. That's where she got stuck at. So a lot of these coins are bouncing from the lows and hitting the 382, but that's your point to be bullish, so that we have to get through these levels. But she's still holding up, and she's still short-term bullish right now on Maneki. But once you do get over that, possible new high on Maneki, once it goes to the moon, 7 cents. So maybe you hit 10 cents. So anywhere from about a 25x. So a 10-cent Maneki. And they get you 32, 33x. What did you say, Kukuru on ETH? Alright, let me find it before we go over there. Man, my computer's acting slow. It's probably because it's hot in here. Kokoru. Kokoru on Ethereum. What do we got here? Does not exist. Oh, come on, David. Did you spell it right? Kokoru on ETH. Where are you seeing that coin at? Because I don't see it on Dex Screener. Nothing pops up. I guess it's this one. Yeah, just let me know if this is it up on the screen. Sitting at 0056. Yeah, because nothing's popping up on the Dex Screener at all. Just like with that treble coin. Treble swap, there's nothing, it doesn't pop up. Pump swap, gamma swap. Smash the thumbs up, everyone. I appreciate that, Charmander. Can we look at Casper? Why you buy Beam? I bought Beam because the chart looks like she's about to spike up. That's the only reason. We got user rubber for 2 says thanks. I appreciate the 2 again. I appreciate it. You didn't have to do that. Kokoru on Coinbase. Yeah, everyone please hit the like button to answer the poll so you can hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Let me see if I can find a Coinbase chart. If it's newly listed, they probably don't have a chart yet. Let me just see what these 3 tell us. So, Kokoru. Alright, I'd imagine this is it then. I don't know what this is, but it looks like a bottom is being put in. Oh, you're talking about Treb? Treb on base. Alright, I can find Treb on base. She's pumping a little bit. Alright, well, I got that up on deck screen and we'll go to that in just a moment. Let's finish this coin. Yeah, Robert, we're going to do Casper. We'll do Casper. How long have we been on here? Alright, we got 30 people in here, coming up on 2 hours. Let's see. Alright, let me look at this coin, then I'll pull up Casper, and then I'm going to have to go find a cold drink and turn this AC on for a moment. That is extremely loud, just to cool the room off a minute. It's getting real hot in here. I can't do it with it on because it's just too loud. Yeah, this thing's all the way at the bottom. I mean, possible bottom is being put in. My computer's being slow as hell. So that's really all we can do with this one. I mean, you got to get over the macro 236 at 2095 and then bullish over a penny and a half. I would just say simply the only thing we can do here, it did just make a higher high, so that's a positive with a wick at least. You're over the 382, so you need to get over 5.8 and then 6, and then it'll push probably up and have a decent little run. But it's trying to put a bottom in, it looks like. So if that is the bottom, you have to get over those levels, and then a penny and a half to be bullish on Kokoru, however you say this one. I don't know what it is, but if it hits to a new high, once you get over the 618 at 3 pennies, you're in bull run territory. That would be a 5.5x. Yeah, so if people are going to buy this, I mean, it's on Coinbase. I would imagine it's a low market cap. So if it hit 25 cents, 43, 44x from possibly the bottom there. If we exclude the scam candle, the first candle, and maybe this tells us a better story if we exclude that first large candle. Because you can see you're getting stuck at the 236, so maybe this thing needs to get over 007 and then 009. And then you're bullish. And then push over a penny and a half, then you're going. Alright, let me pull up Casper, and then I got to do this air condition thing. Casper, I think Casper's going to 0, ain't it? I think the last time we looked at Casper, it was just going down. Let's look at the overall Casper chart. Alright, come on. But Quit acting slow. Get off my screen. So, yeah, she came down from the last time we looked, looking at the macro here clearly. So maybe that's it, because it lines up now. Crystal ball moment. So once you get over 6, the bottom is in, and you have to get over 24 to be bullish on Casper here. So it's a very large move just to hit a 618 retracement in a bull market. I don't know if Casper's going to do that. She may only come up and do a 23x and hit the 382, and then it's over. I mean, it's so far down here. But if we go zoom in, yeah, she's just going down in a channel, just like XCN likes to do. But yeah, she double topped, and that was it. Good thing is, on the smaller time frames, if this is the bottom, which it may be, like I said, with the macro support and resistance lining up there, you hit the 786, you're bouncing, you gotta get over these 618 here. So if you can get back over a penny, then you may be in good shape and break this downtrend. But yeah, this downtrend needs to get broken, and it may be getting ready to get broken because you can see the formation that's forming here. It held, and it got a nice little bounce, got a little double bottom action with a higher low going on. Low to the high, 618. You're over the 382, so short term over 9.6, you're bullish. And like I said, if you can push over a penny, then you should break the downtrend and start moving up. So until then, and until the macro, it's still bearish at the moment on the macro. But that's an example of a chart of a coin I would never buy. It may go up and it may not. Oh man. Oh yeah, I'm used to Texas weather. I've lived here all my life. That sun will be here in the summertime, and if you're not standing, even in the shade, it's hot. But when you get direct sunlight on you, it's just like a beam of heat just hitting you. You're just trying to swat it away. That's what we say a lot, man. It's beaming today. It's a killer. What's up, Tony? What's up, Sebastian? GFI to the moon. Algo is doing well. AMP. What's up, Restats? Alright, let me pull up AMP, and then I gotta go get a drink. I'll be right back. You guys chill and hang out. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Every time I sit down, my phone goes off. What the hell? All right, let me fix my mic. Okay, what do we got? We're looking at AMP. Oh, we lost 11 people. Arc block is looking bullish. What's up, Travie G? Yeah, a lot of coins are looking bullish right now. We just need some follow through. What are we looking at? AMP. AMP. What are we doing here on AMP? It looks like you broke the previous downtrend on AMP. You're right back above the 236. Just looking at it on the macro here, low to the high. Yeah, you came down and held the 618. You're getting stuck right now at the trend. Back tested it. So right now you got to stay over 3.824. If you can do that, then clearly getting over the 5 here, the 0.5 at 005 would get you back to being alive again. But it doesn't look horrible. I mean, if we just did ignore the downtrend, it is back testing it though. You're making higher lows. You made a lower low. That's why you broke. A lot of coins that made the lower high, they ended up breaking their trends and breaking down and going sideways. So this one's not bullish yet. Clearly bullish would be back over the 332 at 6.9 up to 7.8. And once you get over that and you break these highs and get over the 618, that's when you can get excited on AMP. So AMP from where it is, I don't know. Are people going to buy AMP? AMP is an old coin. So you may get a 5 to 10x out of it. So if it makes a higher high, that's your 5x up to 2 pennies. And then 786 retracement up to 4.5, probably 5 cents would get you a 12x. But the whole market's doing the same thing. And if we zoom in here, 3-day candle chart, she's attempting, I think she broke the downtrend here. So 4 to 4.4, and then you can start moving up. Bullish short term over 5. But I would never buy AMP. Algo is doing well. Yeah, Algo came back down to the bottom. It held. Put in a higher low, I believe, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's curling up. It just made a higher high. It broke. So, oh man, yeah, it looks like these coins are getting ready to go back up. We're holding up very well in the market, I think. This thing's curling up for its run. It's over the 618 low to the high. Didn't quite come back down. It wicked down, but it didn't come all the way down. So if Bitcoin can't get through and we turn bearish again, a coin like Algo here still has room to go down and still stay alive. So if we're going to drop, that would be a 38% drop, and you'd hit 13, and that should be the bottom again. But if she holds here and pump up and get over 2.9 to 3.3, then you're bullish again. But if she's going to make a run for a higher high from where she's at, not looking too bad. 618 retracement, of course, up to about 75 would be your 3.5x, and then a 786 retracement up to $1.35 would be a 6x. Honestly, don't know how high Algo is going to go. We have this target here for now is almost a 19x up to $4. But yeah, we're getting a little pump on most coins right now. I don't remember, did we do GFI? Yeah, we did GFI already today. Yeah, we're starting to look at the same coins again. GFI broke the downtrend. She held the macro trend. She held the 786 final support, so that should be it. The only thing is we're getting stuck at our red box. We have to get over this 618, 236 at 94. If we can do that, then you got something. But the fact that you broke the downtrend, that's a very good positive. And then clearly bullish once we get over 195. So these coins are getting ready to move, in my opinion. So maybe that's telling us Bitcoin is about to start breaking out over 100K. GFI, just to come up and hit the 786 to make the higher high once again, would be 16.5, 17x. And then if it's going to make a slightly higher high, which this is not correct. I think I drew this dotted line on the chart. This is what CoinMarketCap says, about 33. This one has 43. So it just depends on where it's going to run to. But I think if you got an 18, 19x out of this thing from today, then you can't get better than that, because there's no guarantees. The fibs on DGen. Come on, DGen, you can load, you can do it. It depends on which one you want. It doesn't look horrible here. And like we've been saying, it really can't go lower, so the bottoms I think are being put in all over the place. But we've been saying that for weeks now. But we're finally starting to get a move, so it's good. So from that high to the low, you have to get over 3.7. Clearly this level right here, that was support, now resistance. So if you can get over 3.7 and then over 4, then you're back. Bullish over 5, then you're really back. If we want to go really short term, high to the low, your short term bullish over 2.8, you got to get over 3.7. So that 3.7 level is a big price, and then 4 on DGen. And on the macro 007, you're bullish, bull run breakout over 16, a penny and a half. And then DGen's going to shoot up here and hit 16 to 20 cents and give you a 50x. DGen's going to be a good play. It's going to rocket out of here when it does, just like it did last time. But when we're we're really bullish, it's just going to fly out of here. It's probably going to go higher than that, honestly. On the macro monthly chart here, you can see it's just putting in a big double bottom. Come on, stop doing that. Yeah, I said that earlier, that we're going to probably look at XCN multiple times and Turbo. Yeah, we'll go to deck screener here. And yeah, let's just go to deck screener real quick. So whoever was asking for Treb, let me pull that up real quick and look at a couple of deck screener coins. So Treb's got a nice little bounce going. Hopefully that was the bottom. So just keep it simple. On the macro, you got to get over 48 or you're still bearish. If you can get over 48, you're bullish. And then Treb here. So this is what you call treble swap. On base from today. Yeah, are we going all the way up here? Jesus. A new high on Treb would give you a 9x up to 270 almost. What are we at right now? 30 cents. Yeah, I don't know if this thing's gonna go $5 and higher. I don't know. There's just too many coins. Be a 17x up to 5. And then, like I said, very short term off of this little pump. We'll just keep it simple. high to the low. You're over the 382, so short term, you're over 27, you're bullish, you're over the 0.5. If you can get over the 618 at 30. So short term, if you can get over 30, it's probably going to send you up to the macro 236 to try to put the macro bottom in. But if you can get over the 618, that should say the bottom is in. And then a couple of other coins. What was the other one? Damn, what was it called? What was that coin, Alan? That was going up. TOSHI, looked at. Oh yeah, there's baby goats. Based on Solana. Have you guys heard of this coin? She's doing the same thing. Some of these coins are starting to wake up. But this one's a 900K market cap, almost 2K locked, almost 7,000 holders. So this may be another good play, even though it's pumping right now. Clearly, once it gets over 1 and then 2, it's bullish. But a gamble play on Solana if you're looking for one based. Not financial advice, but this one, if it shoots up like it did last time and hits a new high, it's a 98x. So this is an example of a coin you just put 50 bucks on, maybe 100 bucks if you have it, and then maybe you get near a 90x on it. Alright, I can't remember the name of that coin. ACH. Yeah, ACH is going to be a good play too. Arc block is looking bullish. Yeah, there's a lot of coins, like I keep saying, that are looking bullish, and we've been waiting for this on Arc block. We've been saying for weeks and months now that the bottom is in. However long it's been, I guess it's been weeks. Bottom is in over 50, and Arc block, she's getting stuck right now, but the whole market's getting stuck because Bitcoin is getting stuck. So hopefully this is just not a fake out. You hit the 382 perfectly, so yeah, this is what we said earlier. You got to get over 90 to $1. Once you get over $1, you're bullish, and then you're in a good spot on Arc block, and then we should start moving back up. But you are at resistance right now. A lot of things are getting stuck at the 382, so we need some follow through. So if this one's going to come up and tag a slightly higher high to $5, which I've heard people say is not going to happen, but that would be your 6x. And then I think this thing's going to run up. If that was the macro bottom and we don't die from here, we should get a $20 to $30 Arc block if people are going to be bullish on this. I would say at least this level here, the 1618, $18 to $20 for a 20x, and then possibly $30 a wick up here. It's probably going to happen really fast too. 35x, and then when it hits 30 bucks, everyone's going to sell. And then ACH. Yeah, I hope ACH. There's so many coins I hope wait for me. I'm hoping Beam does something. Because if Beam takes too long to move, I'm going to have to get out. Because bills will come up again, and I'll just have to take whatever I can out to pay bills. So I'm hoping I get a pump. And I don't know, Ross, if you're in here, but I appreciate that. 100 bucks you sent me on Cash App. That's awesome. Giving me hope back in the market. But I hope my little coin pumps. Yeah, ACH is consolidating. It's holding up. It's over the 382 again. So it's back to being macro bullish. It held the trend. It's holding up nicely here. It just depends on when we're going to finally run. If we're not going up till, if some of these coins aren't going to the moon until October, November, we're going to rally up. We'll pull back down. Summertime, and then we'll just kind of do this, and we'll hold up, and then it's just going to go to the moon. You get the idea. But yeah, ACH looks really good here. And then XCN, XCN had the little pump, but XCN, the way XCN is, if it doesn't push through here, we know how XCN likes to operate. It'll just go right back down. You're getting stuck right at the macro 618, that green line here at 2.2. But if we zoom into the daily chart where we've been watching it, we did get that breakout, but she's already coming back down. Another coin that smacked right into our red box of resistance and just got stuck. But that's the reason they're there, because that's what we got to get over. So XCN right now is getting stuck at the 0.5. We may be tomorrow breaking through 2.2 to 2.4, and then we're out of here. It's not perfect, but oh well. But it got stuck right at it. And then if we zoom out just a little bit on it, if we don't have follow through here, double top with a lower high, and then XCN is going to fall off the table. But as long as you're over 2, as long as we stay over 2 on XCN, we're bullish. But I guess nothing to worry about. Everything's doing the same thing. Everything pumped, but everything's stuck. STX is a good coin. Yeah, did I miss anything? SHX to the moon. What's up, Robert McCree? Nah, we didn't look at SHX. No one ever asked for that one. It's always Swift coin all day, every day. Swift coin doesn't move, but people will ask about it every time, multiple times on the stream. It doesn't move. Yeah, Stronghold is curling up here. It held the trend. Let me zoom out so I can see. Just another coin that's, you know, making higher highs and higher lows. It looks like it's getting ready to go vertical at some point. So I don't know when we're going to go vertical, but these coins are clearly macro curling up. I mean, these are monthly candles. Yeah, once we go bullish, I don't see why this thing wouldn't shoot all the way up here. Hit 40 cents and do a 50x. Stronghold's going to be a good one. Stronghold and Swift coin. But first order of business would be a slightly higher high, so a 3.5x is possible from where you are right now to 2.5. And then when we go bullish, he's just going to rock it out of here. But yeah, it doesn't look horrible at all. I don't know, where can you buy this coin? I don't even know. Yeah, low to the high, you're right over the 236 at 6.7, so you are bullish. Oh, Jelly, that was it. Thanks, my man, Jelly. Beam is up 4%. I need Beam to go. I need Beam to do me a 2x off of 3x leverage, and then I'll be excited a little bit about life in the shadow realm. Overdue for an ALB update. What's up, Steve? What's up, Danny? Why you say rip Joe Rogan? Did Joe Rogan die? I don't know what that means. Overdue for an ALB update. Thoughts on DAG? What is DAG? I've never heard of it. Yeah, what's DAG? Is that on crypto? What is it called? This thing right here? Constellation DAG? Dag Night Dog? What the hell is that? Oh, whatever happened to Pitbull? I forgot about Pitbull. Yeah, I guess this is what you're talking about. DAG on the macro. It must be an old coin. I've never heard of this one. That means no one ever talks about it, so is it going to do something? Where can you buy it at? Yeah, you held the 0.5 on the macro of charts. You're getting stuck at the 382, but you are making higher highs and higher lows. So it just looks like another coin that's starting to curl up like it did back here before it ran. Topped out in 2021. It looks like you're right in here again. So whatever this coin is, it's an old coin, so maybe you'll get a 5x out of it if people can buy it. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I've never heard of this one. So you're holding, you're right on the 236, got stuck at the 0.5. So as long as you're over 4, bottom is in. Got to get over 4.4 up to 6.4 to be bullish. Breakout over 13. $7.86 lower high for 2025 would give you your 5.5x up to 23. And if it's going to make a higher high, you think this coin's going to do something. $1.06 would be your 25x. Yeah, there's always a coin you guys bring up that I've never heard of. It's crazy, even if it's an old coin. Yeah, it's just killing me here. Yeah, I bought the coin this morning with that little $100. Which what time I got it onto the XCN or the Blowfin from Coinbase, from Cash App to the bank to Coinbase to Blowfin, it was like $90 left. That's how much fees. So $10 in fees just to get it over there. So $90 on Beam, and she's up 4%, and now ZBCN's moving. I made the wrong choice again. Uphold. Good night, metal detecting. Have a good one. We'll see you later. You'll get it someday. You keep holding your coins, you're gonna make it. They're partners with the U.S. Air Force. Okay. I'm gonna have to look into that and see what it is. I don't know. I've never heard of that coin. You made 16 bucks. Hey, 16 bucks is 16 bucks, I guess. Oh yeah, jelly. That's what I wanted to look at. Come on. My computer is going so slow right now. Yeah, what is jelly on? I don't even know. Yeah, what is the jelly coin on it? Is it XRP one or is it? I heard it was moving, but I don't see anything moving. An ISO 2022 token. Okay. I don't even want to look at ZBCN. Oh man. Oh man. That sucks because that was kind of all I was asking for. I just needed a little pump with a 3x leverage long to turn that 90 bucks into something that I can just. God. Come on, Beam. I need you to move. Yeah, she's back up at the 236 where she's getting stuck every time. But after this wick down, this thing may fly up here. I don't know. Natix to 1 penny. Ooh, my computer's running slow at the moment. Oh, we're frozen. It was a nice try. It's over. Come on. Alright, yeah, I gotta turn this air conditioner on. My computer is, I can't even touch the bottom of it, it's so hot. Alright, I'm gonna turn this AC on and you guys just tell me if it's too loud in the background. Natix network to 1 penny for still stuck in the downtrend, not moving. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this thing is just, it's probably going to break the downtrend soon, but it's coming back down at the moment. But a chart like this, I would never buy this coin. I don't know what it is, but you guys probably know better than I do. But there's really nothing I can draw on it. It's stuck in a downtrend. I guess we'll just go from the low to the high. Ah, my computer's going slow as hell. Yeah, the only thing you can hope for is that it comes down here and puts in a higher high. I mean, it's not looking bad. Has to break the downtrend here. You have to get over about 6.7. And then clearly 7.307 and then bullish over 9. You said, can it go to 1 penny? If this is the bottom, yeah, if people are going to buy this coin, I mean, the price is out right now. 1 penny is not out of the question. But it depends on where you can buy it. If people are going to buy it, then yeah, I could see it rocketing up to 1 penny, doing a 1920X. Hold on. All right, someone let me know. Can you hear the air condition? Is it too loud? What's up, TikTok tube? Yeah, I was hoping you would show up. I was going to do an update on Hex today, just because I've never done one. But what is the difference between Hex and that other coin, the PLSX coin? But what is the difference between Hex and eHex? Metal can't go to bed. Anyone holding Mog? XDC, no, we haven't looked at that. AST is pumping. Since Metal's still hanging around, we'll look at Mog. Ooh, come on, computer. I can't have you go down on me, so then I'll be screwed. Well, you say you're holding 6 million Mog? 6 billion Mog. Yeah, someone let me know that it's not loud. You're good. All right, thanks, Charmander. Uh, turn up the noise cancellation and the music. Y'all guys can't hear the music? I can turn the music up. All right, I turned the music up 2 notches. It sounds like a waterfall. Does it really? It's just a very loud unit. Yeah, now Charmander, let me know if the music's too loud. What's up, you grow? Yeah, I'm not having a great day. It's just a day. Just pushing through the Shadow Realm one more day at a time. Just another day. It's gonna take time for me to get my life back in order, but it'll work out somehow. I don't know. Mog's trying to curl up here, low to the high. You're held to 382, so you're technically bullish here. It needs to get back over this 8.5 level, and then you're in business, I think. But these coins, Mog and Pepe and Giga and Toshi, all these big meme coins are going to do well. I would imagine they're all going to 10, 20x. You're over the 236 at the moment, so over 7.5, you're back to being bullish short term on Mog. And then just zooming out on Mog. Wow. So 20x on Mog would take you up to 4 zeros. 4 zeros 1. But looking at it here, we're not even in that phase of the market yet. I know these are large macro monthly candles. But when these coins go vertical like Mog, which it's gonna, just looking at it here, it looks like it's gonna go way higher than that. I mean, just picture it. Picture the candle spawning in when we're euphoric bullish and the world's piling into Coinbase and everything else and buying these coins. They don't know what it is, but they see green candles spawning in, so everyone piles in and it just shoots us up. It's fine. Okay. XDC, that was the coin. Alright, so you guys say you can hear everything fine, so we're good, I guess. Between the air condition and the music in my ear, I can barely hear myself talk, but I guess it's making me talk louder, so I guess that's a good thing. XDC to the moon, what is she doing? Yeah, she held the trend, put in a higher low, and she blasted out of here. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Monthly candles like this for 3 or 4 months just spawning in, going to the moon. If your coin's going to go up. Like I keep saying, there's so many coins, they're not all going to do that. You're going to be holding something, something's going to be pumping with green candles, and you're going to be like, why is my coin not moving? And then you're going to sell, buy into the green candle, and then it's done. So don't make that mistake. Just have a plan, get it all together beforehand. Before we start going up. You tell yourself you're not going to sell. If you're confident in your coin, it'll go up. But make sure you got the right coin. This one's holding up over the 0.5. Doesn't look horrible. XDC trying to hold the 382, but it's like right, yeah, 7.4. So you're right above it. So low to the high, if you can stay over 7.4, you're bullish. But this little pullback after the strong move up, that's a bullish move down. I know it's bearish here, but there's nothing really bad looking on the chart for XDC, in my opinion. The question is, where's she going to run to, I guess. I don't know what this coin is or what it's capable of. So if it hits $2, that would be your 25x. First order of business would be the new high at about 36. That's not much of a move at all. So yeah, maybe $1 to $2 on this coin. $1 would be a 13x, and then like we said, 25x to 2. And she's holding up well on the macro. Just waiting for this moment to go. Oh, we got 20 people in here. Alright, we'll see you, metal detecting. Appreciate you always stopping by. Aleph Cloud, what is that? Difference is the chain. Pulse Hex is the hex on Pulse chain. eHex is the coin on Ethereum. We forked Ethereum and made Pulse chain because Vitalik was being a sore boy. Alright. Yeah, I went on the, let me pull it up. I went on the hex chart. But there's no information because it says delisted. We'll look at alpha in a minute. I didn't do the update because when I was trying to see why there was different coins. And then when I went and looked at this hex coin, is this the right one, the right price? See, it says delisted right here. But is this still the regular, is this the chart? Is this the price it's at right now? If it is, I'll do an update on it. It's still clearly stuck in a downtrend. Aleph Cloud. But that's the reason I didn't do it, because I didn't know what chart to use. Hex on Pulse chain. Pulse X on Pulse chain. Because they're different prices. Aleph Cloud. Oh, I guess we did look at this. Coinbase coin. Man, come on, computer. Still stuck in the downtrend on Aleph Cloud. She's trying though. We're seeing a lot of this recently where things are breaking the downtrends and we're starting to slowly move up. But you're getting stuck at the 236 here. I don't know why that's not pulled down to the bottom. Oh, that's the low to the high. So you would have to imagine that's the bottom. Not a bad looking candle. But it has to get over 7.8 and then 11 to be bullish. Breakout over 19. Oh, that is the high to the low. What am I thinking? Yeah, 236786 is in the same spot. So you have to get over this 7.8 level to have any kind of hope on this coin. Yeah, I guess they're respecting the levels here, so we'll just keep it here. So a new high on this one would be your 11x to 90 to $1 if people are going to buy this coin. It's on Coinbase, so I'd imagine if we have a monster bull run and everyone piles in, most coins I would say on Coinbase are going to go up because people are just going to buy whatever moves. He hiked the gas prices. What's up, Hims? Can we look at ass? Think it's gonna moon. Got you a bag. Is that a Solana coin? Mantle. Mantle to the moon. Yeah, we only got 16 people left in here. It's already almost 7. Where's everyone at? Let me pull up Mantle. Yeah, I'm trying to just stream as long as I can now, so until I finally get a job, I gotta get as much revenue as I can. Ooh, excuse me, coming in. Mantle, Mexi. We'll just look at the overall Mantle chart. MNT. Mantle. Let's see what she's doing. Yeah, see how slow my computer's reacting? Yeah, if I ever just disappear and the video stop and the streaming stop, it's because my computer died. Not because I'm dead or something. Could be, but hopefully not. But my computer, I think it's on its last legs, man. It gets overheated really quick, and then it just starts slowing down and lagging. I've had this laptop forever. One day, if anything would ever go right for me, I'll buy a new one. But you're clearly holding higher lows on Mantle. Looking at the weekly chart here, you're right over the 0.5. You made a lower high from, what is it, April 2024. I don't know, maybe I gotta start buying the charts that I don't like. Like this one, I don't like this chart at all. But maybe I should start buying these coins. But you're over the 0.5, short term, high to the low. Clearly got to get it over 7.8, and then 8.2 on the macro to be bullish, and then short term bullish over 8.8. And the breakout would be 618.236 over $1, and then you can have some hope. Long term on this one, we'll go from this high to the low. I mean, it's not quite respecting anything at all. It's just all over the place. But if this is going to be something, and you can hold over that 0.5, get over those 3-2 levels. Oh, that's not much of a move at all. It's a 3x up to $2. So I don't know what Mantle is or where it's going to end up. But just going from that. Like I said, that new high would be your 3x. What are we at? 70 cents. $3 would be a 4x, a little over 4x. Yeah, I don't know where Mantle's going to end up, to be honest. $5 would be a 7x. Like I keep saying, you got to make sure someone's going to buy these coins. It's easy to buy. It's got an active Twitter, active community. People know about it. Look it up on YouTube. See if there's anybody talking about it at all. Because you're at 70 cents, so you're asking this thing to outperform some of the larger, more popular coins. So from 70 cents to 10 bucks, if you're lucky, 14x. The one on trading, you got delisted when Interpol issued, and want a notice of Richard. Yeah, I know about Richard Hart, I believe, and the founder. I think they won the case against the SEC. Gotta go to Dex Screener. You can find the accurate price on Pulse Chain. When you go to Dex Screener, you'll find both the E-Hex and P-Hex. Okay. I'll probably do that tomorrow then. All right, yeah, meme coin on Solana. What did you say it was? Oh yeah, ass. Let me pull that up before I forget. Yeah, is it the We Love Ass coin? Because we looked at that before, yeah. There's a coin for everything. We got Raul for 2. I appreciate that, my man. How you doing? How's Inverse Finance doing? INV. We haven't looked at Inverse forever, but yeah, I know what the Inverse Finance is. Inverse Finance. Inverse. Yeah, but when we finally go bullish and you guys are making money left and right, we're going to be here streaming and we're going to be here watching and seeing what's going to happen. It's going to get nuts. I can't wait for it, actually. I know it's going to be hard times, you know, trying to keep up with me trying to get back on the market and watch my coins, and then we're going to watch them together, and then everyone's going to pile in here asking for all kinds of different coins and what should I do? I'm just going to say, get your little 5X and get into something else that's not moving. Get out of here. Inverse Finance has been going sideways forever. INV. I mean, it's not a bad chart. When you see a chart like this, it's getting accumulated and it's just going sideways. You just made a higher low, so that is a positive. You're at $28 on Inverse. Low to the high. It looks like you put it in the bottom. Yeah, you held the 786, so not horrible looking. That's what you want to see. Final support held. Let me change the song because it's driving me insane. So as long as you're over 26, it looks like the bottom is in. Bullish back over 41. Let's see if anything lines up. High to the low. You're getting stuck right at the 236 at the moment. So this way. So I would say, yeah, 31 to 33 and the bottom is in. And then you can be bullish again short term. The fact that you're putting in a higher low here is a positive. So maybe the next stop is a higher high. So if Inverse Finance is going to stay alive, start crawling up for the run here, then it has to come up. Once you get over 50, the bottom is in, but it needs to come up here and put in a higher high, do a 3x up to 87, even though it's going to probably pull back. But if you can make a higher high and then come down and put in a higher low, then you got something going. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. We can try to crystal ball it here. Just pure speculation. But if it comes up and tags the 382 from here and puts in that higher high and does that little 3x, yeah, it depends on how fast it goes. No, come on. But that's pure speculation. You can see clearly low to the high. If it hits that, staying over that 236, 382, you'd still be bullish. Put in a higher high, and then you can start curling up and going. It's not the worst looking chart, so you still have a shot. If you're buying in on Inverse, I wouldn't expect much out of it. I mean, I honestly don't know. Like I keep saying, you got to make sure people are going to buy this coin. There's so many coins now. There's no way everything's going to run to, you know, ridiculous prices. We're at what, $28? So a 618 retracement would be a decent 8x, the 215. If I had Inversed, I would get out there. And then, so 200 and then 400 would be your 14.5, 15x. We got Raul for 10. I appreciate that. For the help you provide us, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. You have no idea. The only way I can keep doing this is super chats and revenue from ads and, you know, views on the channel. So when we do these live streams and I get any sort, even the $2 super chats, everything helps. Because I tried doing this full time. It was working out great for a while. Revenue was good. It was paying the bills. And then the market died for a couple of months and it just killed me. Plus me moving back and forth from North Texas to South Texas. There was a couple of weeks where we didn't stream and do anything because we didn't have internet. But any little thing helps, so I appreciate that 10 a lot. Just like I appreciated the 50 earlier. And I appreciate the little ones, the $2 super chats. It keeps this channel going. I am looking for a job right now because I need money, but I appreciate you guys being in here. INV is probably dead. I'll go to sleep later. I mean, just make sure people are going to buy the coin. I haven't looked into it. Go look at their Twitter, get into their little chat sessions and whatever else and see if there's potential. Like I said, look them up on YouTube, watch videos, look at Twitter. What's up, Bobby? Any good day so far? Nah, just getting through the days doing this. Takes my mind off the real world. But I'm in the same position pretty much. Stuck in the shadow realm, no money. I got $100 on Beam. It's not moving. It went up 4%, and ZBCN went up 40%. So I bought the wrong coin again. It'll get better. You said what time tomorrow so we can hold you to it. What is tomorrow? Thursday? I have no idea. You mean stream or videos? It'll be after lunch probably. And stream about the same time, 4 or 5 o'clock. Yeah, we got 35 people back in here. We got birds for 2. I appreciate that. Stater SD thinking about swapping it for DGen. SD Stater. Yeah, we haven't looked at Stater in a while. Yeah, no one's asked for this in a while. But we got different people in here. We used to have people coming in here all the time for months asking for the same coins, but they're not coming anymore. I don't know where they went. But SD has always been one that I've always said I don't like to chart. I don't like covering it. I don't like looking at it. It's all over the place. Clearly, once this thing gets over the 0.5 at 150, all these candles are getting stuck. Clearly, this thing's going to be in a bull run over 150. It's going to be bullish at that point. You're down below the 236. So the question is the bottom in? We go from the low to the high. Yeah, I mean, you dip below it, but you hit the 786, you bounce. So you have to get over the 618, 236 here. So let's see, 56. Let's see if our 382 is in the same spot. You're thinking about trading this for DGen. Yeah, you're over the bottom. So 56 up to 63, you can be bullish again. 62.5. I don't know what Stater is. But if it goes to a new high, it's just like DGen. It has a 50x potential. Up to $25. But what do you got, 50 cents? But you got to ask yourself, is this coin able to? Because it reminds, every time we see a below $1 coin, it reminds me of Cardano. Cardano was talked about everywhere. Everyone was talking about Cardano. And Cardano went from under $1 and it barely made it over $3. So does this have the firepower of Cardano? Probably not, because I don't see it talked about everywhere. But I remember last time it was Axie Infinity, Solana, Cardano, and I can't remember the other coins. But there was a handful of coins that you knew were going to go to the moon. And Stater here does not give me that vibe. It may, but it may not. Like I said, there's so many coins now. So it is going to be different this time. So not financial advice, but if I had Stater here, not financial advice, I would definitely trade for DGen, but that's just me. That would be my choice, because DGen's curling up now. DGen's clearly on the bottom. It really can't go lower. If we're going to be bearish and it dies from here, then it's over. But you got to also realize DGen has a ton of liquidity. When we actually flip bullish, it's probably going to make this run here look like child's play. This thing's just going to go vertical. And like I said, it may go higher than our target here. Why did that switch to 17? Yeah, I like DGen. What do you think of PI worth a wait? It get back to 0. Uh, 75 and then a hard bounce, maybe. Yeah, you can't even buy PI on anything, can you? From my understanding, you can't buy PI in the US. I'm talking about Pi Network. Oh no, we're going down. Pi Network. Oh yeah, see, it's on XCN and stuff, but I can't buy it. And the charts, every exchange you look at, the charts are just all over the place. Oh, we're freezing. Yeah, what did you say? 27, or you said 75. Oh man. It's the Titanic. Everyone get out now. So you're over the 236 on Pi Network. This is an XC chart, high to the low. You have to get over 86 and then you can be bullish on it, but just my initial look at the chart here, it does not look good. Pi Network's about to drop to 0. If it cannot break out of this pattern, of course. So what we're going to simply do is, I can't even do that, damn. Damn, where can I draw this from? Yeah, if this is what you're talking about, Pi Network, I would never touch this coin. I really can't even draw anything to tell you where it's gonna... We're on the daily chart here. I guess we'd have to do that high to the low. And then zoom this thing in. Oh, come on. So from this high to that low, it's in a, it looks to be in a consolidation pattern. And the move down, consolidating, it's trying to be bullish, but this pattern here is a continuation to the downside. So if you're going to break out of here and move up 68 to 70, if you get over that, and then get over 75, then yeah, then you're good to go. But if it can't get over 75, this thing's gonna go down, down, down. Stator is liquid staking. Oh man. The ones who stopped coming didn't survive the dip. Yeah, there's a lot of people here that's been holding forever. So we'll see what happens on Pi Network here, but yeah, I don't like Pi Network. Start zooming out, it just looks bearish as hell. Unless you get over 75 and start moving up, but right now it looks like if you can get over 70, then you may move to the upside, but it may have a wick. It could easily wick up and then come right back down. What the hell is that? Never seen that before. But off of that massive move down and then the wick here, it could break to the upside. But until you get over 86, there's no bullish case to be had. Stator is only 53 million circulating. What's up, Dave? How you doing, my man? You ain't been here in a while. Dave Lark in the building, everyone. Dave from Singapore. How's it going over there? You must be just woke up, whatever you call it. What's up, Blue Collar? Swift Coin. What's up, Randy? We are on the same boat. Yeah, hopefully we make it out of here with our boats. Hopefully we get a paddle when we make it out. That's the only... Yeah, we're gonna make it. If I don't make it, then... At this stage of the game, I don't know what's gonna happen. I gotta make it. Yeah, Swift Coin hasn't moved. Swift is in the same spot. Wow, it's already over 7 o'clock. Until Swift Coin gets over $1.50 or a penny and a half, there's really nothing to say about it. She's holding up well. The bottom is in. She's just waiting for her turn. That's my opinion on Swift Coin. Strong move up. We're holding. It looks good here. But you can see the 382 at 1.5 up to the 1272. Once we break over that, then you're ready to go. But she clearly bottomed out. Yeah, we'll zoom out in just a moment, but I think Swift Coin's this thing's gonna blast out of here and hit $1. Swift Coin and Stronghold are gonna be two good plays. Low to the high short term, as long as you're over 1.3, you're still bullish. And then when we just zoom out to the weekly, monthly chart, yeah, we're getting stuck, but you're holding up very good. But we're still below that 382. The fact that we have this trend in play, we hit the macro support and resistance area over 8.3. I mean, just looking at the macro chart here, when this thing flips bullish, if Bitcoin breaks over that 618 it's stuck at right now and we start moving, this thing may very quickly hit a 6.5, 7x up to 10 cents and make a higher high. Because it's clearly higher highs and higher lows. It's pulling away from the trend. It's very good. And then, I mean, just looking at the overall chart here, the fact that you can buy this thing now, I think 50 cents is very possible. So I think Swift Coin's good for a 30x. We won't take nothing less. And then this thing up here to $1, $1.25, 80x almost. Yeah, just looking at the macro chart here, when we finally flip bullish, can you just picture the green candle spawning in for about 3 months? This thing's going to top at over $1, and then it's over. And it's going to go down and sideways for the next 3 years. What? What's up, Young? What's up, sir? Where's XCN retracing to? Oh, we got T13 in the building. What's up, my man? I had recently made my prediction. Crypto now will go sideways for 2 years. Nah. We're going to get a run. We're going to get a bull run. It's coming. We're going to get a nice move up, and then we're going to go down and sideways for 2-3 years. I still think the top is in November until proven otherwise. Where is XCN retracing to? I don't know. If XCN can't get through the red box of death, then she's going back all the way down. And like I keep saying, I've said for the last 2.5, 3 hours, it's all going to depend on what Bitcoin's going to do, I think, because if the market flips bearish, then it's just over. She came right up to our box, got stuck. So right now she's retracing down to the 382 to try to stay bullish from the high to the low at 2. And this is what we've been saying all day. Every time we look at it, if you can stay over 2 and we consolidate, then we'll move back up. But that'll probably tell us tomorrow. If we stay over 2, you're still good. Any lower than 2, then that's a good chance for this thing to just come all the way back down. And there's no telling. Especially if we don't pump up after this. Zooming out, double top with a higher low. A lower high, rather. You can clearly see here, that's not bullish at all. The fact that we came up and we got stuck right at the 786, put in the lower high. We're down below the macro 618 at 22. We have to stay over 2 pennies. If this thing drops below 2 pennies, then there's no telling what's going to happen. You know what? Let me pull this in another direction. So if we draw a fib from the low here to the high, and if that lower high stays in play for a double top, so 18, so on the macro 15. So that 15 would take you down here and clearly back test what you just broke out of. So if we can come down here, I mean, that's healthy. If we come down here and hit 15.8 and hold, then that's bullish to push back up. But any lower than 15.8 on the larger time frame, then it was a nice try. Then it's down. Then it's just down. You said what? One last push, then so it makes another top. Yeah, so you're saying a double top on Bitcoin, huh? Yeah, that's what a couple of people are saying now. We'll see what happens, but I don't think the top is in until November. I don't think the timeline is going to change. We may wake up tomorrow and this thing is going to be over the 618. Man, my computer's going so slow. I guess we're going to have to end this soon. Oh my god. Yeah, if Bitcoin can hold up where it is right now, she's gearing up for a run. The fact that the daily candles are going sideways up here. Oh man. So if we stay above this wick, if we stay above 92k, oh yeah, we're starting to form a bullish pattern. Everyone pile in. If we can hold in this pattern it's forming, We look on here tomorrow and we're still holding up in here, we may be extremely bullish to push out of here. So we have to hold. Alright, so Bitcoin's about to push. What did you say? AI bottom in. AI tech is the bottom end. I don't remember. AI tech to the moon. Oh yeah, I would imagine the bottom is in. It came down here, we hit the volume area. If it goes any lower than a penny, 1/8, 2 pennies, 1 penny, then it's never going back up. It's going to be one of those new coins that it needs time to go up. It'll go up next cycle. But it appears that you hit the final volume area, which we've seen a lot of coins do. It just needs some follow through. It's not looking horrible. It's doing the same thing right now, but you got to get over some prices here. So short term on AI tech, to confirm a bottom is in, you have to get over 2.8. You're at 2.6 at the moment. If you can get over 2.6, 2.8 up to 3.1, then your bottom is in. But it appears on the macro the bottom is in. Alright, but yeah, we're probably going to end it here. We've been on for almost 3 hours. I appreciate you guys coming in. I appreciate the super chats that came in today. It's helped keeping the dream alive. He says, do you have inside information? What's up, Junior? Jazz me, please. Oh, man. Alright, I guess we'll end it on Jazz me. Jazz me to the moon. Man, my computer, yeah, my computer needs a break. It's going so slow now. Yeah, but we covered Jazz me already. Jazz me's trying to break resistance, but it hasn't done it yet. Has to get over 18. But it's doing like the rest of the market. We pumped up. We're holding. You're holding over the 236 on the macro. Big price to get over is 18. Let's just zoom this out to the monthly. Because all this support is what you're trying to get over now. If you can get back over this 3.2, this 18 level, then you're in business. But she got a decent little run, up almost 22% on the week. But you can clearly see this area is where we're getting stuck because there's macro support. There's macro resistance here. So Jazz me is back from the dead over 18 to 2 pennies. Jazz me's back over 2 pennies, then you're in good shape. Alright, but yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in here. As always, it helps out during the day. None of this was financial advice, only for entertainment. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Look out for the updates. Hit the like button on your way out. Let me end the poll here. 84 votes, not bad. 23% people said no, so whatever. We'll see what happens. But I appreciate you guys coming in here. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We're here every day making updates, covering coins. And we'll get through this together. We're going to make it out good. Hopefully. And with that being said, not financial advice. Thanks for watching, everyone. Good luck. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.